Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day and it's had a good day so far. Obviously there was no video yesterday. I do apologize for that. It was a big Saturday slate, but it was the 4th of July, so I was spending that day with family, and it was a late night that day in general, so you guys know how it is. I didn't have a video, but I do have a video today. It is a small slate. It is one MLS game and one Gold Cup game. So usually with these small slates, I sometimes don't even post at all because there's not plays or there's not a thing that I like. But I still go through the games. I still go through all the player props, see if I have any plays. And obviously, since I have a video, I do have some plays that I do like. I'm surprised that they had the lines out for the games out at this time. If I do have any added plays, which we'll see. Again, it's a small slate, so I'm not sure if there will be anything extra added that I'll like. But if I do, there would be in the pinned comment either later tonight, but more than likely tomorrow. So if you do want more plays, keep an eye out for those. But other than that, I'll just get straight into the plays. My first player prop that I found that I like is Yevhen Cheberko to go higher than 2.5 clearances away from home for Columbus, going up against Seattle. It's a good matchup. Seattle averaged 11th most clearances to opponents at 24.2 per game out of 30 teams, and he's gone over in 4 out of 7 away games so far. So above average hit rate, which is what I like. And if you look at the games in which he went under against Philadelphia. Philadelphia took an early lead, went under against Montreal. Montreal took an early lead, and Inter Miami. They took an early lead as well, and they allowed the third least clearances. So I expect this to be a much closer, low-scoring game. So if Seattle do score, I don't see it being early, and even if they do, it'll be a close game. Besides, 2.5 is a low line. Last season he started in half of the games, but now Edmundson and Camacho are both injured, hence why he's been playing a lot more in this season, which is what I like. And he actually did start against them last season, I believe in October, November, and he went over with 5. We just need 3. And in that game, if I'm not mistaken, Seattle took the early lead and were dominating that game, and he still went over. He's a left center back and a 3-back, so they played 3 center backs, him being one of them. He plays on the left, and I like that because Seattle are a team that, 1, play down the wings, at 2, when they play down the wings, more than likely they play down the right side, which is where he defends on the left side. So he's gonna have plenty of opportunities to get those clearances. And in general, 2.5 is low line for a center back in general. And I like the fact that they're playing away, and Seattle's a good matchup. So I like the line. Yevhen Cheberko to higher than 2.5 clearances. And the second player prop that I found that I like so far is Raul Jimenez to go higher than 2 shots for Mexico, going up against the United States. He's had 2+ in 3 out of 5 games so far, and he has been subbed out in 3 of those 5 games. But in those games, the games that he stayed in and played full minutes in were tough games and important games. And with this being a final, I expect him to play full minutes, if not most of the minutes. I know it was a friendly, but he did play him in a friendly in October and went over with 6. We need at least 2. And if you look at the 2 tough games the USA actually had, in which they actually played a good, more decent opponent, they played against Costa Rica, who gave them 7 shots and allowed 2 of those goals. So out of those just 7 shots, they gave up 2 goals. And Costa Rica only had 36% possession of the ball. And Guatemala, who took 20 shots and scored 1 with 51% possession. And I say that because Mexico have dominated possession in the games that they've played. So if they control possession in this game, they'll have plenty of shots. But even just 50-50, USA have showed to allow a lot of shots when they allow the opposing team to control the ball. And I expect that to happen here against Mexico. And at 2.0, it's a good line. There's not really too much to over-explain. You can call it a good color if you want to, but he's a versatile player. He's good in the air. And in the final game, I expect him to take the opportunities that he gets. So I like Raul Jimenez to go higher than 2 shots. Before I get into the Moneyline plays, as always, I would really appreciate if everybody liked the video and commented as well. It just takes a second. I don't hide any picks. I do all this for free. So even just a like and a comment just helps boost the channel out to more people. It's all I ask for. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos are out. And I do also let people know in my Discord, which is linked in the description, which is also free. Again, like I mentioned, I don't hide any picks. I don't believe in those premiums. It's just for those that want to talk about their plays, look at other people's plays, talk during the games, not just in soccer, but other sports like WNBA, baseball, which is MLB, CSGO, literally anything you can bet on, people will bet on it there. And again, I also do let people know, so if you're interested in that, you're more than welcome to join. Link in the description. And I do mention the when the videos go out to the public, because the only form of premium that I have is the YouTube membership, which is linked. Again, I don't hide any picks. All the picks, it is not required. You can just watch these videos and get all of them. That's just for those that want to support the channel, and you get the picks even earlier. So if you're not a member, those that are already got this video and these picks before everybody else. But again, it's not required. It's just if you want to support the channel. You get all the picks in this video, so it is not necessary, but I really do appreciate anybody who supports me in any way, including all the other links, whether it's Outlier, which is where all the pictures you see on the screen, or any of the other apps that I use, or just a donation. Anything helps. Again, thank you all. My one money line play, I got this for -134, and that's Mexico to win going up against the United States. I'm wearing the jersey for good luck. I played this instead of just a normal money line because that's just in case the game does go to extra time. You can say I'm a bit biased, but the USA has had the edge over Mexico in recent history. But one, Mexico were I guess in a slump in that time, and they've just been getting better and better, and they've been showing it in this Gold Cup. And USA, one of the main reasons why is because they don't have two big players. McKennie, who was great at controlling the midfield, and Pulisic, who has always terrorized Mexico when he plays in that attack. McKennie was playing for Juventus at the time that USA started this tournament in the Club World Cup, so he's not available, and Pulisic just decided to not play, in which he really should have. So they're already missing two big players, and both teams has had success in the attacks, but I feel like defense will be the key in this game. In the 5 games that they've played so far in this tournament, Mexico have kept a clean sheet in 4 of those 5 games, while the USA have conceded in 3 straight games against Haiti, Costa Rica, and Guatemala. And Mexico have at least the same, if not better, attacks than Guatemala and Costa Rica by far. And in those 4 clean sheets that Mexico have had so far, in those 4 games combined, they've only allowed 3 shots on target. So they haven't allowed their opponents to get many chances. And while the US will get their chances, they're going to struggle against this Mexican side. And this game is in the US, but it's in Houston. So it could also be essentially a home game for Mexico. So it's a close game. I don't expect this to be a Mexico blowout or anything, but I expect them to score 1, maybe 2, and close the game out. USA could score 1, but I see Mexico either outscoring them or this game going to extra time. I don't see it being a high-scoring game. It'll be close, but I just like Mexico to take this. So I like Mexico to win, going up against the US for -134. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll quickly go over last video's picks. Player prop wise, it was a 1-in-1 day. Lucho Acosta, he came through, he got his shots assisted, and John Arias to go higher than 2.5 shots. He didn't take a single shot, but he was just passing the ball. I believe he had like 3 or 4 shots assisted, so I just picked the wrong line. So he did not take a single shot. And then money line wise was a 1-in-2 day, so it wasn't a great day. It wasn't a horrible day, obviously, but we obviously could have done better. The one that did hit was the Chelsea money line against Palmeiras for plus money. That one hit, but we had Ahila to qualify against Fluminense. Fluminense proved me wrong. I should have seen that coming. I shouldn't have trusted Antonio Conte, who was the Inter coach, who lost in that final, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then we had the other slate, Sporting. They scored against Colorado, but Vancouver, they got destroyed by LA Galaxy, which I did not see coming. Again, LA Galaxy had only won 1 out of 20 games so far, and of course, the one time I take them to not win, they win that game. So it was not a great day again, but hopefully we can pick up the pace and do better in this video. I feel good about these picks as always, and if I do have any edit plays, it will be in the pinned comment either later tonight, more than likely tomorrow. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.